So my talk is going to be on democratizing intelligence without dependence on the cloud. So when it comes to AIs, I think the speaker before me really delved really deep into that when it comes to using AI online. When we're talking about AIs now in maybe low resource intensive areas with where connectivity is very difficult, like in Africa, it's very important that we consider having a hybrid system or even an offline system to address these issues. And this is what I'll be discussing. So the problem statement, intelligence is too centralized. We have billion-dollar companies like OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, Anthropic, very good companies, well invested, well built, but they do not have any services that address offline issues, unlike with Llama. So what does this mean? You need constant internet activity. You depend on servers you don't own. Your private data leaves your device. Developing nations rely on foreign compute power. One of the biggest issues that comes with ChatGPT is that your data will be used against you. So, for example, if you have any incriminating evidence or any images that you generate, right, it goes straight to OpenAI. It leaves your device and it stays on their servers, and they use it to train their model without your knowledge, without your compensation. This is a very, very big issue in the AI space. Intelligence becomes a subscription, not a right. Democratizing intelligence means freedom. So there's local execution, offline capable, privacy first, global access, no billion-dollar barriers. Anybody can build an AI. The speaker before me really dove into that, and I like that. Anyone can build an AI. Even from my living room, she built a very, very good medical AI system. Same with us. Having an AI system that works offline could be it can help you in the sense of it's privacy first, like I mentioned. First, you need to have your own privacy. You don't want to be hacked, especially with data hacks. Um, which company was it? Was it Claude, right? Just hacked. Global access, available in developing nations without massive infrastructure and no billion-dollar barriers built on efficient, accessible technology. Why cloud dependence creates problems. So number one, we have digital colonialism. Many African and developing countries rely entirely on foreign cloud providers. Data flows out, value flows out, control flows out. National innovation is constrained by foreign infrastructure. So especially in African countries, we do not have enough power to generate enough power for an AI system like ChatGPT or Claude. So we rely heavily on international organizations to help us. But this means that a lot of our data leaves the continent, right? Which is used to train OpenAI's models without any compensation, without as little as say we are taking your data. There's no caution, and not everyone wants their image sitting in a data center in Silicon Valley. Privacy and surveillance risks. Cloud AI requires sending conversations, documents, business logic, and personal ideas to external servers. Even if encrypted in transit, the processing is not yours. Thoughts become someone else's data, right? Especially with ChatGPT, your thoughts are used to train the model. Every conversation you have is used to train the model. You just constantly surveyed, no privacy. Economic barricades. APIs cost money, GPU servers cost money, subscriptions pile up. What happens when prices increase overnight? Innovation becomes gated by capital instead of creativity. So with me, I managed to build my own AI system. It's an AI system that I will discuss later, with free of charge. No API cost, no nothing. Local AI model that I train every day for the sake of cybersecurity. The problem when you're trying to build AIs is that you need to pay for APIs cost. For every token, you need to have money set aside to pay for each token cost. Sometimes I think I use 11 Labs. They will charge you for a set amount of tokens used, and then maybe you're asking your AI something along the lines of a simple greeting. So there's loads of money that goes into building these AIs, these online AIs. Infrastructure fragility. What if the internet drops? What if sanctions happen? What if pricing changes? Cloud AI is powerful but fragile and uncontrollable. So where I come from, we were sanctioned by the US, which meant that we couldn't access any of the US payment systems like PayPal. So what happens if something like that happens to African countries and they're sanctioned? They can't access to any AI. They can't access any American AI, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. They restricted. They can't access it anymore. So this is why it's very important for everyone to be able to have their own AI system, free of infrastructures, free of um, politics, just you and your own AI. Right. The edge AI revolution is here. Modern laptops and smartphones can now run optimized AI models locally, thanks to the breakthroughs in model efficiency and hardware acceleration. So model compression, reduce model size while maintaining accuracy, quantization for built-in 8-bit precision for efficient interference engines, optimized execution frameworks. So when it comes to the AI revolution, I think most AI models which are compressed, I personally use Quen. They are not smaller. They cannot run on devices. For example, if you have got a weaker PC like let's say a HP, Intel maybe inside 4 GB RAM, it can run an offline AI system without straining the system, without consuming 90% of the CPU, 90% of RAM, 85% of the hard drive or SSD. There is now quantization to help with that process of um, asking the AI questions. The key advantages include no internet required for core functionality, enhanced privacy and data sovereignty, reduced operational costs, resilience against connectivity issues, especially when it comes to operational costs. A lot of companies, especially in Africa, do have a lot of financial strains due to taxes, due to lack of stable funding. So having an AI system that can work offline reduces these costs by allowing them to work with the AI without having the fear of, is it connected? Is the API going to be charging us more? So there is the key advantage. Edge intelligence that lives on your device under your control within your borders. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be explaining my own personal project, Reconnaissance GPT, formerly known as R3KON GPT. So R3KON GPT is it's an offline cybersecurity AI system. It is designed with a red team and blue team build. So it has offensive and defensive security measures to help students, especially from my university in Zimbabwe, NAST. So the concept of Reconnaissance GPT was that to give cybersecurity professionals access to an AI without the need of having to um, pay for subscriptions or for premium gives them freedom. And especially with a lot of cybersecurity AIs, a majority of them will charge you a certain amount of fees after every maybe let's say 20 messages or so, which is not very convenient for the average student in cybersecurity because everyone wants to learn cybersecurity, but however, they do not have that finances to pay for these hefty subscriptions. Right. A hybrid feature cloud and edge working together. So this is um, a diagram representing cloud purpose, edge purpose, and hybrid systems. So with cloud purpose, heavy model training and massive scale operations like OpenAI created ChatGPT. They burn through a lot of money, 600 billion per month just to run ChatGPT. It makes them have a loss. So the good thing with our hybrid system is that we can work both offline and online. We train the model online and it makes it work offline to reduce these operational costs that can charge and put a company in debt. The cloud is powerful. It enables massive scale training and global services, but the future isn't cloud only, it's balanced, where critical tasks run locally. Sensitive data stays private and cloud is optional rather than mandatory. So training phase, use cloud infrastructure to train large language models. with massive datasets, distribution phase, deploy optimized, quantized models to edge devices worldwide, interference phase, process data locally without constant connectivity. And finally, this is my last slide. Why is democratizing intelligence without dependence on the cloud? Why is it important, especially in Africa or in low research areas in Asia, like the Philippines? For countries like Zimbabwe and others in similar position, cloud independence transforms possibility into reality. Local innovation, build AI solutions without foreign dependency or permission, data sovereignty, protect national data and business intelligence from external access, AI education, teach students without expensive API costs or infrastructure investments. It's described as a very, very naive move to give, let's say ChatGPT in this case, your business documents. Why? In case of a hack or in case they want to use that data, it can be stolen or duplicated and be given to different organizations or individuals that can use it against your organization. So having an offline AI system that can do confidential tasks and automate confidential tasks for you not only protects your company but also enhances your workflow and um, your your movement in the company. The bigger vision. The real question isn't can we build bigger AI? It's who controls intelligence. If intelligence is centralized, power is centralized. If intelligence is distributed, opportunity is distributed. So a privacy movement, economic movement, sovereignty movement, and freedom movement. Privacy movement referring to protecting your data from surveillance, economic movement, removing financial barriers to innovation, sovereignty movement, empowering national control over technology, freedom movement, democratizing intelligence to democratizing access to intelligence. So the future of AI should not belong to a few corporations. It belongs to everyone. And with offline AIs, that future is very much possible. Thank you for this opportunity. That is my presentation.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for your speak. I think that was very insightful, and I believe that your goal of actually democratizing the AI and actually trying to provide a secure environment to actually upload your documents or actually like make sure that the AI is usable for the general public is a very noble mission.
There is always an opportunity to contribute to the discussions that we have at EnviroCast Geo. If you are interested in attending or even speaking at a future conference, learn more at geo.envirocast.org. We're excited to hear your insights.